I love looking at some of these names. Oh, this guy's name's XDarkness. Oh, that's so cringe. Imagine you get to choose any name you want, and he goes, Darkness. No. XDarkness. This guy is 12. You know, Elbow Fever is unique. It's interesting. You know, pretty solid. All right, right off the bat, your orb management is kind of not the greatest. Good that you have it on the Reinhardt, right? Good. It's a default Discord orb on the enemy main tank. Perfect. You have no Harmony orb. Not a one. I don't think you've done literally any healing this entire game so far. That's bad. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of bad. You're kind of a support hero. Whenever I look at comps, every time I see a Zen, I tend to think like, oh, so basically triple DPS. And with a Hog, I also think like DPS as well. So in this comp, you basically have 4 DPS players. Basically. But even then, Zen and Hog still need to play like a tank and a support in some ways. So one of the things you need to be doing as a Zen is always prioritize your orbs. You in any fight, you always want to have a Discord and always want to have a Harmony orb up on someone. We can obviously talk about optimization on the orbs, and we probably will because it's a higher level, but it has to be on someone, right? Even if like your Harmony orb isn't really doing much, it's better to have it on someone than no one, because like the Ana could use it right now, right? You could put it on the Hog, and if the Hog takes any damage, you heal him, and guess what? You get the ult charge for it, right? That's the idea. You are, just by helping your teammates, you are helping yourself. And Harmony orb is so low management, you can just throw it and forget it, sort of. Obviously, with Harmony Orb, you want to prioritize your supports and your DPS, pretty much your squishier tanks, squishier people, and let your main support sort of deal with the tanks. But you know, if you don't have an Harmony Orb to put on, like no one needs it, I would suggest putting on a tank just to leave it there and allow it to accrue ult charge, or put it on someone you think might be in danger. But right now, it's criminal that you don't have a Harmony Orb on someone. Nice. Yeah. The sign of a good Zen, by the way, if you ever want to like tell if a Zen is doing well on your team, is just look at the kill feed. If the Zen has like a bunch of assists, like you always see him on assists, that means he's doing his job. Because he is discording targets that are being aimed at and discording targets that are important to focus. Right? A lot of Zen players think, oh, I discord something, so we should aim at it. No, you should be discording the things that we're aiming at. He doesn't have a lot of threats either. Like, the Genji's the only thing that can really dive him. He's doing a pretty great job, though, at keeping his... I was going to say he's doing a great job of keeping his distance from the enemies that can actually harm him, but, you know, whatever. That's fine. If anything, you're playing a little bit too into... Nice fucking catch, bro. Dude, this guy's this guy's been watching the Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying? He's like, oh, I've seen those football being thrown. I've got this catch. Yo, I'll fucking... Watch this. I'll do it one-handed, bro. See this fire strike? I got it. Boom. Easy. If anything, you're a little bit too far away from your team. You're a little bit too independent. You are constantly being like... It's very easy to isolate you, what I'm trying to say. It's very easy to isolate you. So like the second they make a push like this, you are immediately isolated, and you're gonna probably die here. Oh, never mind. If you were not to trance. Because like the second the map sort of changes, you're being left alone. One of the really important things about positioning is that you have a route of retreat in your mind at all times. So like right here, I wish you would play a little bit like even closer to this bridge, because you want to have a retreat that comes towards your teammates. If you retreat in this direction, then you are further isolating yourself. And, you know, if you get isolated, you might fucking die or catch a fire strike and then drop to the low ground for no goddamn reason. I don't think you meant to drop to the low ground, but you did, and I don't like that. Yeah. And a player like LH Cloudy, who just doesn't fucking give a shit, is gonna try to punish you for playing in a bad position like this. It's really surprising. Like, now they have the Tracer. I'm really genuinely surprised their Genji hasn't been coming after you a lot more. So far, you've had, like, no pressure on you. It's been kind of easy, you know? You've been chillaxing, right? There's 3 types of threats that you have as any character, but especially as a support player. There is the threat of a dive. There's a threat of range damage, kind of like snipers or like Hanzo or Soldier, Kree. So there's range damage, there's dive threats, and there is the frontline threat, being like a Reinhardt or a Brig or something. Right now, it's a lot of frontline threats that you're playing around, and like, yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, you're not getting punished for it. But now you have a little bit more dive threat. You have a little bit more of the flanking threat of the Tracer, who for some reason on Genji was not trying to fight you. Now that the Tracer's there, you're gonna have to play a little bit differently, right? You should have been playing differently because you had that fucking Zen to worry about. Oh my god, because you had that what's it called, Genji to worry about. But you know, the Genji was bad. The Tracer was better. You're being harassed, right? And dealing with these threats are different, right? If you're playing against frontline, you're going to be more high grounds. You're going to be further back. You're going to have routes of retreat. But with dive, you're going to have to put yourself in a stable position, keep yourself in line of sight of your teammates, make sure they can peel for you if you get in trouble. You pretty much a lot of times have to stall out the fight. The longer the fight goes, the better it is for you. You're going to have to play like on the micro, very close to corners and stuff. So if you're pushed, you have a way to escape. You have some sort of cover to like break the LOS from the Tracer. Yeah, and such. Sorry, what did you say, by the way? I'm currently listening to my fucking TV speaker. Oh, yeah. Oh, look, your Ana died. That's crazy. Wish you had a Harmony Orb. I wish you were an LOS of her to give her a Harmony Orb instead of being greedy and going for that damage, where you could have gotten that same amount of damage in a better position. Crazy. Yeah. You know, I saw this a while ago where Kefri, somebody, I think it was Jane, a long time ago, was reviewing Kefri when he went to Contenders in Korea. And one of the things I remembered him saying was like he would take these like really narrow lines of sights to go for these crazy off angles, and like competitively, that's not very good to do. Right, so like here, before you were positioned here, going for this crazy little off angle, trying to like sneak in damage, that's not a very optimal way to play the game, because it's very easy for them to break that LOS if they know what to look for. You might get some cheeky damage in, but you'll never get impactful damage in, right? And you're making the shots more difficult because the window of opportunity is much smaller, right? Now, this is a little bit more dangerous. They're going to be looking at you from this position, but from this position, you still have natural cover. You have supports next to you. You can start isolating angles. So like pretend you can see the hog here. You can, instead of like worried about getting hooked, you can do this. So now you only see the Brig. You can also isolate the angle like, oh, I don't want to see the Brig here. So you back up a little bit and now you only see the hog. You know, how are you supposed to get any value here? You don't have a Harmony Orb up. You're not going to be able to get that kill, unfortunately. And now your team is down your main support, you know? Like, not only is she there for you, but you're also kind of there for her as well. Oh, jeez. Let me see it. It was so strange. Yeah, you're going to die here. Oh, this is exactly what I was talking about before about like how you get isolated. The second so like you can sort of map out the sort of line in the sand on each map when a team fight happens, and it's pretty distinct, right? You can sort of say like, okay, so these guys, the line in the sand is about here, right? These guys have all of this space, and we have all of this space. But the problem is when the fight starts, whoever makes the engagement is going to try to push into the other territory. So what they're doing is they're pushing like this. The Ryan's making a shatter on this play into your territory, trying to win space, right? Trying to push forward. He is successful in doing that, and because of that, right, the line in the sand changes. It goes from here, right? And then you guys, your teammates, are going to back off here. And where's the new line in the sand going to be drawn? It's going to be drawn here. And guess what, man? When the new lines are drawn, you are not in your own territory. You are out of position. And that's how you get isolated. Because your team falls back the enemy team falls forward, starts pushing forwards, and you are on such a radically large off angle that you are going to get cut off from your teammates, right? They're going to start, like, if you try to make it back this way, the enemy team will have the space that you are trying to go through, and you will not be able to pass. And that's why I said you are going to die here, because you start immediately getting punished for it. Like, see how, like, your teammates backing up and stuff, and you have to trance just to survive. Okay, you have your okay. It took a little bit, but again, prioritize orb. You are floating. You're a little bit out of position. This could get punishable. Oops! You immediately get punished. I was about to say, you're a little bit out in the open. It's going to be very easy for them to actually, like, reach you, and if you're not near any cover, you'd be pretty disadvantaged if somebody attacks you, and then you instantly fucking died. Get bodied. If you want to be entertaining, you got to say words, but good, nice retreat. That was brilliant right there. That was a great example of how to play around a Doomfist, how to play around your dive threats. You knew it was coming. You knew he was closing in the range, in range to actually, like, come in and attack you off of that punch. So you started backing up, and you were able to reach, get out of there. With that matchup, though, there would be a couple things I would change. Right here, when the Doom actually comes for you, he fucking immediately. Fuck the right click. Get the Discord on. Get the Discord on him. It is more important to have Discord than to have a 5 orb charge. Because here's the thing: if you miss your 5 orb charge, you fucking die. If you put the Discord on, right, he is more vulnerable. It puts him under more pressure. Each shot you land is going to matter more. It's going to help you in the duel. It's going to help people trying to peel for you, right? The Discord matters way more. And see, he just fucking leaves. He just leaves. You can't hit the shots. If the Discord was on him, you could see him through the wall. You can predict his next attack. Your teammates could do more damage to him. You would have way more options. Discord your enemies. If it's a Tracer, it's a Genji. If it's a Diva, if something it tries to jump in your face, put the Discord on first. Drop everything you're doing and put the Discord on first. It's going to be the biggest, maybe not the biggest, but one of the most important things to help you survive. Biggest would probably be, like, positioning and stuff. And honestly, like, not having the Discord here probably gets you killed. Probably. Because you had to put the Discord on like that. It was too late. And now you're just wasting time at that point. You missed your opportunity. You played that perfectly in positioning, and then the second you had the opportunity to land the Discord, you chose to charge, you right click instead, and you missed. Nice. Careful, you're floating again. You're out in the open. Play your corner, play your corner. Nice. Recognize your threats as well. Like, why are you AD strafing so wide? What are you so afraid of that makes you need to strafe that wide? In reality, I don't think you honestly need to move at all, right? Maybe a little bit because of the Doom, but if you're playing around this natural cover, you don't have to worry about it, right? You can, what I call, isolate the angle. So when we get back to here, you don't have to be even in the LOS of Doom, right? Right here, or the Kree, you can just play so only see the brig, right? And when that Doom becomes a threat, like here, it's in range to kind of fuck you up. Again, you can play here and just shoot at the brig and not have to worry about the Doomfist as much, right? But because you're so far out in the open, you're marking yourself as a target, and if the Doom comes for you, it takes you this long to get back to cover instead of this long. Small changes. You know what I think? Why is Zen wearing clothes? Why is Zen wearing clothes? What is he hiding? What is he hiding? Why is he wearing trousers? Why does he have something over his crotch? Does he have something down there? What is he hiding? What is he hiding under there? Fuck it. I'm going in. I'm going in, chat. Here he comes. Ah! Goddamn, he's a tiny pelvis. Zen's extra balls. Goddamn, bro. Nice. Oh, Jesus Christ. Dude, LA Cloudy is fucking chaotic good, dude. He's so fucking terrifying to play against. Or like maybe a chaotic neutral or something. Because he'll just push you for no fucking reason. He'll just do shit that no other Ryan would do. Because he's like, yeah, I know I can push the limits here. He's cracked. Yeah, he's cracked because he knows his limits. Like especially in ranked, he knows like what he can get away with, and he does things that like no other player would do, because he knows how to take those risks, which makes him a fucking menace and very entertaining to watch. To be fair, and very entertaining to watch. Sexy fun times. Almost, it just never feels worth it to me. Yeah, good job. Clear minds here. Clear minds here. Clear mine here. Clear the fucking minds. What are you doing? Okay. Doesn't matter. This stagger won the... Yeah, I mean, honestly, kind of. The stagger was huge there, because it really fucked up their recontest. Decent play. Really got to work on the positioning stuff. Playing against flankers, you do a decent job with keeping your distance and like retreating, but like the Discord definitely needs work. Harmony Orb, my guy, I promise you. Like that's going to be the difference between having a trance in a clutch situation and having 95%. You know, just how well you use your orb. So orb, positioning, don't go too far off on a fucking weird tangent flank, kind of like I was doing it, but with words. Make sure you're paying attention to those kind of things.
About you and how you've been treating me, and I thought, why do I love you?
The house creaks as the sun hits my blind eyes. I can feel the cold outside, so tell me what you see.